We got some DerekFDB today. Most disturbing viewer confessions.
Okay, this is about to be terrible.
Yes, bro. And speaking of confessions, though, it's crazy how they always think that Derek is degenerosity or vice versa. And now y'all doing the same content, bro. Confessions?
Wait, they think that? When did they
Confess!
think that?
Derek, confess! Who you? My fault.
When did they think that? I don't think I heard that before. But
Yeah,
anyways.
nah, yeah, they do be saying that, but anyways, yeah, bro. Hello? My fault. Yo, my power went out. You know it's hot. All right, shout out to DerekFDB. Link to the original video down below, bro.
Secrets. There's something we all have. And the other day I asked you guys to send me some of yours. For what you may have been asking? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be exposing some of your deepest, darkest secrets.
Oh no.
Anonymously, of course. And I gotta say it now. Y'all went crazy with these confessions. In a bad way. Some of these range from Sweet Home Alabama stuff.
Oh my God.
Straight up crimes. A lot of willy touching and trauma. All this to say, I love y'all. Please seek professional help and press charges if needed. I'm praying for you. Also, to switch it up, I'll be confessing something I've been wanting to tell you guys for a long time.
Oh no.
But that's at the end though. All right, let's start.
Okay,
so,
W watch
I
time.
had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And when we were chilling, she was in my apartment. She was taking a shower and I see a notification on her phone. It was from my best friend Alex. And it was new. I snapped. But instead of showing her, I waited. I even married this.
What?
At the wedding, before the vows, in front of her family and friends on the TV, I said I had something to show. Just then, I showed it on the TV and every single message showed up and she got dragged out the wedding. By the way, I love your videos. I love hearing stories like
Bro just calmly said, by the way, I love your videos.
Yeah, so casually. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not doing all that, bro. She's getting dumped right there, brother.
Yeah, and the thing is, bro, she was in the shower, which means when she came out, I wouldn't have been there. I'm out of there, bro. She will never see me again.
For sure skis.
And that friend of mine, that's not my friend.
Oh God, what?
Disgusting.
making a whole PowerPoint to expose your cheating fiance. Love the dedication for the revenge and the patience too. I wouldn't have waited till the wedding. I mean, I wouldn't have waited at all. I would have been in prison. Double murder. I'm a quadriplegic in a wheelchair, but I can move my left.
Lunar, don't laugh, bro.
At all. I would have been in prison. Double murder. I'm a quadriplegic in a wheelchair, but I can move my left leg a little bit. Just enough to lightly kick some. Nobody at school besides close friends knew that. So I would kick this one classmate when nobody was looking. And when he'd tell people I kicked him, I pretended to cry and say he's mocking the handicap. Everyone thought he was a jerk for lying. And when people looked away, I gave him an evil grin. This went on throughout the year and he got bullied for bullying me. I'm sorry, Michael, but not really. Yo, this is so messed up, but it's hilarious.
Facts.
I don't blame you. If I was in your shoes, I mean, F it. Might as well test out the water. See what you can do. See how much you can get away with. I had this one friend who was basically the weeb final boss. This man had so many body pillows in his room. He was incredibly obese. But worst of all,
yo, he's a what do they call those? Yeah, weeb. Yeah, he's a weeb.
Yeah, he's a weeb. Yeah.
I know a few of those in my chat. I ain't gonna lie. Body pillows. Always talk about cake pop and Miku this and heart this.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If you got any type of body pillow of any anime character, you're weird and freaky, boy. I'm just saying though. Like, why would I want a body pillow just to sleep next to an anime? Yo, you're weird, buddy.
Or the ones with the mouse pad where the cushion is on your wrist. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
but the cushion
and the thing is, those are not even good mouse pads, buddy. Yo, get you a freaking glass mouse pad. Way better, way more space. Anime bitch.
Hell yeah.
This man had so many body pillows in his room. He was incredibly obese, but worst of all, he played League of Legends.
Oh,
I'm also convinced that
yo, bro, I would rather sleep with anime pillows, be fat and obese, but to play League of Legends.
Hey, bro, that's just cherry on top.
No, I can't. I'd rather be everything else but play League of Legends, brother. You are in a loop of insanity, bro. You not going nowhere. That's it. You're done, bro.
I've tried many times to cure this man from his diseases until one day I had enough. I said if he didn't get rid of at least 15 body pillows in a week, I'd do something very devious. He didn't believe me since I was the nice guy of the group, but he was dead wrong. After that week, I snuck into his house and threw all of the 35 body pillows outside.
Why does his family allow that?
The fire department showed up because the fire got way too big and still no one knows it was me. I also smashed his PC with a hammer. F League.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm in front
of nah.
Look, smashing my PC is OD. I would have just done something just better than that. Just delete his whole account or something. Like, come on, bro. Why? Why you smashing the PC though?
I mean, this was believable until I heard 35 body pillows, because whose family is gonna allow that? But you know, it's possible. But then to take a hammer and breaks his PC, I call cap.
It probably is cap. I wouldn't be surprised.
Ugh.
If I had a weeaboo friend, I'd do the same thing. Like, I like anime. But dang, bro, you like anime. And honestly, you could have avoided for getting rid of his PC. Not only did you get rid of League, but you could have easily gotten his PC searched. I mean, 35 body pillows? Once you get past 20, that's probable cause. We don't know what you got on that device.
20.
Okay, so one time, me and my friend spent the night at an abandoned house, and we decided to play around with a Ouija board. And we thought nothing would happen. But the minute we started to play around with it, our EMF reader went off like crazy. It went all the way to red, and we saw a cabinet fall down right next to us. And I did the smartest thing, which was getting the heck out of there. Long story short, apparently that house was built on top of a graveyard. Love your video.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Board and an abandoned house.
Hell no.
You don't even gotta tell me what you and your friends look like. I'm already know.
Caucasian.
Games, bloody...
Yo, he not wrong though, bro. Like, I ain't doing none of that, bro.
Yo, question though, because my chat been talking about Sam and Colby, I think their names are. They do like haunted stuff. So they were like, yo, how many subs for you and Lunar to spend one day in a haunted house? I was like, low key, it's possible. I don't know. I might have to ask him. So, would you be willing to spend 24 hours in a haunted house?
24 hours in a haunted house, buddy? Yeah. Y'all gotta give some crazy size, cause buddy, I ain't coming back with no demon. Cause now, if we go into a haunted house, they're gonna tell us to do all type of stupid stuff. Oh, play with the Ouija board.
And imagine clip forming in a haunted house, bro. We waking up.
Oh
everybody.
no, we gonna piss off the ghosts. The ghost is definitely haunted us. I'm telling you right now.
Bro, we're too goofy for that, chat. We not doing that.
You already know. All those incantation games, Bloody Mary, Charlie, that stuff, never my vibe. For what?
I remember Charlie.
Some entities, and 15 years later, my kids talking about some imaginary friend that don't like me. I'm good. And y'all use a Ouija board. That means you're tapping in with every spirit within a 5-mile radius, like it's Tinder or something. Yeah, built on a graveyard or not, y'all tripping. Back when I was in middle school, whenever my parents would piss me off, I would dunk their toothbrush in the toilet and flush it.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. I thought they're like
that's fine.
Because okay. So when he said I would put their toothbrush in the toilet,
okay,
I'm thinking I thought he was putting it in there and then putting it back. But he's putting it in there and flushing it down, which is still bad, you know what I'm saying, for the pipes and everything.
After that, I put it back.
No, he said he flushed it. Wait, what? Oh.
Look right in front. Look at the screen.
Oh, shit, yeah, you're right. Wait. I would dunk their toothbrush in the toilet.
The toilet and flush it. After that, I put it back like nothing was wrong. I did that for months, smiling when they brushed their teeth with toilet water. I haven't told a soul.
Chopped.
What is wrong with y'all? These are your parents. They raised you while you were practically useless, fed you, bathed you, and you reward them with toilet bowl water, toothbrushes.
Why you flushing it though?
What were they doing that was getting you so mad that you had to do this? Telling you to do your homework, telling you can't hang out with friends? Y'all are sick. All right, so pretty much in 10th grade, there was this weird girl who had a crush on me. She was crazy AF and would get jealous if I talked to anyone besides her for any amount of time. We weren't dating or anything. So eventually when she asked me out, I said no. She got mad, like crazy mad. Somehow she found out where I live and threw a box over my back fence. And when I opened it, I saw a decapitated teddy bear and a note covered in red splatter, which I did not read for obvious reasons. Anyway, since she was a good student, she got all the awards or whatever. So during the assembly, I read the note in front of the whole school. It just said how she was going to murk my family or whatever. And I'm pretty sure she got sent to an insane asylum or something. I don't know. Alright, so this story is low-key crazy, but hear me out. I low-key think you fumbled. Hold on, now hear me. What? You can see this two ways. Yeah, you can see it as this girl might be crazy. She was getting jealous, sent a couple threats. You know, she's a typical nutcase. Or
that's the worst.
Could potentially be the love of your life. I mean, just think about it. If she's going to pack you up for just talking to others, imagine what she'd do for you after y'all are together. No need to thank me, but I just gave you a crazy idea, bro. No pun intended. Go to whatever
I see what you're saying.
And go get her back. That's your love Quinn right there. This was a few years ago when I was like 9 or 10. I was dog sitting my cousins, Oscar, and my sister and I were playing with the dog. I was pretending to be a dog, and my sister said, the real dog will pee on the floor right now.
No.
I peed on the rug as my sister watched in horror. We blamed Oscar, and my mom had to clean it up. I haven't told anyone. Yes, I'm ashamed for what I did, and I cringe each time I remember. See, I was gonna flame you, but I think you've learned your lesson, so I'm gonna let you slide. And you know, at least pat yourself on the back or the head, because you stayed in character. Killed my aunt's baby chicken with a rake because I felt like it. The family grew up my sociopathic the whole evening, and every time I pleaded not guilty, I was 8. Man, I hope I win
you're a demon child
from Uganda, Africa. Didn't win last year. Name's Ernest. Love your videos. Took me through some college days to listen to you talk about stuff. Well, Ernest, after the story you just told me, you will not be winning that PS5. This is my darkest secret. I stole my ex-best friend's boyfriend from her while she was in the hospital with pneumonia. And 2 years later, she died.
What?
Oh no, bro. Nah, she's a demon too.
I mean, it does sound messed up, but like, is it wrong? What? Is it wrong that like, okay, she said she stole him. She stole him, but what if people just move on? Like, what if I was the guy, right, and realized like, damn, my girl in the hospital, like, and they're probably young too, feel me? So it's like they probably don't care. And then what if he just moved on?
Damn. Nah, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you moved on. I'm not going after my man's ex.
That's the test. That was the test right there.
I don't give a fuck. That nigga's bugging. Yeah, nigga said test. I hope that's a test.
That's why I like to hear. It was because you're right, bro. If my man's dates anybody, bro, I don't care if they've been broken up for 20 years, 5 years, 2 weeks. I don't care, bro. I'm not touching that because the idea of you being with that person at the time, it's like nah, that's my man's. Like, he had that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not only that too, like, okay, if they ended off on bad terms, it don't even matter if it was bad or good. But like, then she's gonna have to be invited to the stuff that you do with your boys, and it's like, oh, you're here. Like, nigga, that's awkward.
That is awkward. That is true, bro. That is true. Yup. Chat, he passed. He's a W Mans. And y'all be asking like, yo, bro, how long y'all been friends, bro? Shut up.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I stole my ex-best friend's boyfriend from her while she was in the hospital with pneumonia. And 2 years later, she died and we went to her funeral. 4 years later, we got married. Okay, so by ex-best friend, you mean she backstabbed you prior to passing away, which led you to take her boyfriend in an act of revenge, right? You don't mean she was actually your best friend and you just took her boyfriend while she was dying.
Yes, that's what happened.
Right?
And she's ex-best friend because she's passed away, bruh.
So messed up.
This is not degenerosity.
Did y'all at least tell her, try to get the blessing or something? I mean, should you even tell her she's already dying? This is so messed up. You might be a monster. I'm starting to realize I was in some really bad fandoms within my childhood. Since I was 3 or 4, don't remember. I was in the Sonic fandom, then the FNAF fandom, then the Undertale fandom, then the Sonic fandom again, in that order. I was about to be sucked into the My Hero Academia fandom before I matured. Whew, you cut it close, buddy. The damage those fandoms did to me was already done and was bad. Mainly the FNAF fandom. It broke my humor to pieces because of the content farms, and my music taste was ruined thanks to the fan music for a little while. Until I found heavy metal because of Metallica. And a word of advice to people who are still in a bad fandom, save yourself while you still can. Trust me, you'll be happier. I'm glad you got out early, my boy, because you are definitely right. Some of these fandoms can get crazy, especially the FNAF and My Hero fandoms. Like, man, I'm a fan of both of these, but
I agree, bro. Listen, let me tell you about
My Hero though, because of the fandoms and stuff like that. Ain't that what's ruined the anime? Or
so
give it a chance.
Yeah, the fandom is technically ruining the anime, but honestly, you're, I guess, like me or whatever. You like, who cares? Like, the anime is completely different from what the hell they're saying. I don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? And but I will say, fandoms in general do ruin stuff. Obviously, with the My Hero Academia stuff, and the FNAF, I'm getting into it, and I can see
I didn't know there was a fandom.
They're talking about, like, so besides the games, they'll come into my channel and be like, yo, react to FNAF this. I don't want to specifically say it because some of y'all are actually into it because y'all goofy as hell, but like, I'll just be like, yo, I want to play the game because the new game, the FNAF, Secret of the Mimic came out. So I was like, yo, chat, you know what? Before that game comes out, I watched the lore. I kind of want to get into FNAF. Let me go ahead and play the games. Boom, I'm playing the games. They'll come in my chat like, yo, when you're done with this, can you watch this? Can you react to this? You're gonna love this. I'm just like, yo, bro, I'm just here for the main games, bro.
And he's like, I don't give a damn about that.
Hey, I don't, bro. Night 1 through 5, once that game is done, I'm ordered. I'm trying to get to the Mimic. I'm trying to get to the Mimic, twin.
No cat, no.
Metallica. And a word of advice to people who are still in a bad fandom, save yourself while you still can. Trust me, you'll be happier. I'm glad you got out early, my boy, because you are definitely right. Some of these fandoms can get crazy, especially the FNAF and My Hero fandom. Like, man, I'm a fan of both of these, but man, I've seen some weird stuff in both. I used to talk to photos of William acting like he was my husband and not Claire afterwards. I did more than talk to the photos. Y'all see what I was talking about? First off, Derek, I'd like to say I've been a huge fan of yours since your Yeet Fans video. Please keep making videos that keep you from wanting to blow. Moving on to the confession. Make sure to strap down because this one is a lot. Back when I was 7 years old, I had this very weird uncle. And I don't mean just the kind of weird you see from those kids across the classroom. I mean weird. He worked in those fancy labs, I forgot the name, that would look at the bodies of the deceased. He would always brag about how brave he was to do such a job and how much money he made. But what made it a bit weird is that he'd go in grave detail about what happened to the bodies. Example, how they died, what they looked like, and if they were female, how big their were. Now, being 7, I didn't really understand what he was talking about, but my dad sure did, and pretty much yelled at him to never bring it up again. But every time he left the room, he just keep talking about it to me and my sister. I'm not sure why he thought a 7 and 4-year-old would be interested in that stuff, but everyone's got a hobby, I guess. Soon after I turned 9, he moved states and pretty much cut contact with everyone, and for a few years, no one knew what was going on or where he was. Fast forward to my 12th birthday, this
guy probably committed some crazy crime at work, bruh. He was doing something to the bodies. And one of the
the dead bodies.
I think, yeah, he was playing the mortuary's assistants, the freaky way or something.
Yeah.
Grandparents get a call that my uncle was going to prison for acts against corpses. And pretty much taking and selling body parts to shady people.
What?
Probably explain why he made so much money.
Wow.
Not only was his habit of liking dead bodies weird, but apparently he loved the fact that dead people can't really overpower him.
What?
Oh my. So he'd pretty much do whatever he wanted to them.
No, this is very...
He had to go to court and pretty much watch as he started tweeting at the judge saying the court was all BS and that the government was a bunch of corrupted idiots.
I mean, he's not wrong with that.
Political beliefs. And in the end, he was given life in prison, and I haven't heard anything about him.
Good. Lock him up now.
But Derek, I'm a huge fan.
What did he just say? And I haven't heard anything about him other
than the fact that he bit an inmate's ear off.
Jesus.
But Derek, I'm a huge fan of your videos. Keep up the good work. I'm always watching you. Bro, I don't think your uncle was supposed to be doing that. Y'all know how they be saying there were no signs? Yeah, that's not the case here. There were plenty. The second he started discussing the cup size of deceased women, GG's, fire on the plate. Send that man to the same asylum that girl went to. On a serious note, I'm sorry you and your sister and your dad and your grandparents had to go through that. On the bright side, this kind of stuff isn't hereditary, and when he was telling you about it, you were too young to even understand what was going on, so, you know, he couldn't influence you.
Hopefully not.
I'm gonna be honest. I racist, but I love your content. I rarely see black people in my country, and when I see one, I'm just reading normally. I rarely see black people in my country, and when I see one, I feel hatred and anger for some reason. Me and my friends are saying the N-word secretly so they won't get angry, and also, only one of our friends is black. See, people like this just confuse me. What do you mean you just feel hatred and anger? What?
But yeah, one of your friends is
black. It gotta stem from somewhere. Did a black dude date your crush in middle school? Did a black girl reject you when you were young? Both of these are still not valid enough reasons to race. But if you're gonna be racist, at least have a reason. Saying you just feel it. You don't just feel it. You didn't come out the womb saying goo goo gaga.
Because it's taught.
As for the N-word thing, why are you doing it in secret? If you gonna hate proudly, man.
Because
shoot for the stars. Come to the Bronx. I know some nice.
Nah, they do not go to the Bronx.
They gonna get clapped.
You will welcome you in after you say it to their face. Shoot me an email or a DM on IG. I'll fly you out. Thanks for the love. Hey, so like I have a massive crush on this guy, and he's kind of chopped, but you know, good chop. I don't know what that means.
No, I heard about that. I heard about good chop. I think I spoke about it before. Some girls don't want guys that are too attractive. Maybe something about them might be off, I don't know, but they like when they're quote unquote good chopped because the girl ends up looking better than the guy, so the guy has less of a reason to leave them in a sense. It sounds toxic. Yeah, it sounds
insecurities.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like toxic and insecure, but apparently it's like a thing. I don't know. And that's what they genuinely like. Like that's what they like. They don't like a very good looking guy for some reason.
Because they don't want him to have any type of attention from other women. That's why. Some other women gonna take him away from her, so she's scared.
Yeah. Oh, see, Corlon said, cough, cough, Duke Dennis. That's what he's been getting, right? He's the aura guy, the whatever guy. But apparently if he takes his glasses off, he's chopped or something. Have you seen those TikToks?
It don't matter what those people think, because if you watch his vlogs, these women running up to this nigga.
So, Chaz, he a good chopped or what?
Bro, that guy, bro, it's crazy what these women be saying to this dude, bro.
Yeah.
Good chopped. I don't know what that means. I've been liking him for about 6 months, and during that time, I found his address, entire family's Facebook. Love everyone. Find out what happened to his dad in jail, his secret YouTube channel, in a 200 photo album of photos of him he doesn't know I took, Facebook photo, driver's permit, and more to list.
That sounds like my girl.
But in conclusion, love your vids, appreciate you very much.
I ain't gonna lie, women be doing their research before they approach you.
He doesn't like it every time.
Say that again. Say that again. That's true. Yup.
I said women do their research before they approach you. Like they don't act like they don't know you, nigga. They know everything.
They know everything. Yes. That's why I said that sounded like my girl, bro. She knew. Well, she didn't know exactly where I lived, but she knew where I was from, the YouTube channel, all that. I was like, wait, what? How you know about that?
Love everyone. Find out what happened to his dad in jail, his secret YouTube channel, in a 200 photo album of photos of him he doesn't know I took, Facebook photos, driver's permit, and more to the list. But I ain't trying to write a Bible in here. But in conclusion, love your vids, appreciate you very much, and I'm just a girl, and he will be mine. He doesn't like me, but trust, I'm gonna get the bag. Now, some may be looking at the screen shocked right now about how she found out all this information. And if it was a few years ago, I'd be too. But no, this is normal. For my fellas at home watching this, girls are little detectives. Imagine Batman and Sherlock Holmes combined, and now throw them out the window, because the average girl's a better detective than both of them. So just know, whatever you think she don't know,
she knows.
She knows. When I was 12, I collected my toenail clippings in a jar for 6 months, convinced I could grow a clone of myself if I mixed them with the right ingredients. I kept it hidden under my bed. Nails, bits of chewed gum, a dead moth, some blood from a nosebleed, and a slice of ham that turned green by week 3. I stirred it daily with a pencil, whispering nonsense I believed sounded like ancient magic. It stank like rot and regret, but I was obsessed. One night, I swear it moved. I heard sloshing, and when I lifted the lid, something inside hissed. I screamed and threw the whole jar out the window. My neighbor's dog ate the contents and had to be taken to the vet after vomiting black sludge all over the living room. I never told anyone what was really in that jar. To this day, I wonder what might have happened if I had kept feeding it. I love your video. Drop the OnlyFans. Am I tripping?
What?
Or was this dude just making Kenneth from Gumbo? So, you know Alvin and the Chipmunks? Brittany. Wait, what you mean, bro?
Do not.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not no hear me out, nothing. There is no hear me out. We ain't hearing you, bro. No.
Yeah, that's a damn animal. Come on,
visit from DR, but she was so annoying and picky, so I put laxatives in my grandma's juice because I wanted her to feel sick and leave back to DR. Yeah, I revoke your Dominican status. You're no longer Dominican.
Facts. That's your grandma.
You know the rules. You never disrespect abuelitas, no matter how disrespectful they are to you. Apologize to Granny, and you go back to the motherland if you want to be Dominican again. In elementary school, I hit a black girl with a jump rope and said, "Get back to work." Oh my. See, for every white person
why do you know that in elementary school, bro? That's taught. No, that's taught.
Yeah, it's taught.
Chat, that's actually taught, because I don't know in any context that an elementary school kid, bro, this is a kid. How would he, you know what I'm saying? How would he know that?
Yeah, nah, what?
Yeah, that's taught, bro.
The still girl with a jump rope and said, "Get back to work." Oh my. See, for every white person that still blames themselves for colonization, there's kids like this. I blame the parents.
Yeah.
Right, last one, then my confession. I kind of regret doing this, but this story begins when I was playing outside in the backyard with my friend James. We were playing football, we were having fun and all, but James kicked the ball into our neighbor's backyard. But he was traveling, so he didn't know. We went to his house to get the ball, but we found a pressure washer. We were kids at the time, around 12 years old. I've never seen one before, so I was confused on what it was.
This could be scary.
I thought it was a gas tank thingy in the gas station. So I just pointed it towards the ground to check, and it was water. 12-year-old me was fascinated at this machine, so much so that I forgot about the ball. But suddenly, the neighbor's dog barks at me and scares me. So out of panic, I shoot the dog with the pressure washer. And I didn't know it got hurt, so I just kept going for a solid 2 minutes. I stopped the thing and go to the dog. I look over to it, and it's not moving. The thing went straight through its forehead, and I could see its skull. Oh my. I didn't know if it killed her or not, but I just took the ball and ran. I never saw that dog again. James witnessed the whole thing, but he hasn't told a soul. I trust James with my life. I do feel bad about this dog, because sometimes I see my neighbor outside and she's sad. I still talk to her though, but I feel guilty every time I do so. Yo, this is dark. Like, I read a few of these confessions. People murking their pets, that seems to be commonplace. But this one takes the cake. I don't even know what to say. I guess don't be too hard on yourself. You were just a kid. You didn't mean to do it. But at the same time, dang, that's someone's dog. And I don't mean like dog. I mean your dog. Because, you know, when you love your dog enough,
that's your dog.
Your dog. You feel me? Hey, I really don't know. Shout out James, he's really your dog. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, my confession.
Okay.
But before that, it's time for a rapid fire round.
Oh my
I
God.
was so down bad for a girl. She came to my house and used the restroom. I went to the restroom when she finished and just laid my face on the toilet seat. You are bad at Minecraft. No cap.
She's already at home. She's there.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like you're already at that base. Like you hit the base, bro.
I don't know, bro. You don't know how to make the next move. I don't know, bro.
Okay.
When I was little, I had the biggest crush on Kim possible.
Relatable.
I asked my parents to buy me a Kim toy for Christmas, and I got it.
Oh, okay.
I would literally lick it before bed. I bought
Not
the
relatable.
welcome tour. I made my friends break up so I could date one. Then I broke her arm pushing her on a playground. I do not want to tell anybody this, but since you asked, I must tell you that I am the Rizzler. I see dead people. I love you, Derek.
Buddy.
My friend once told me he beat it to a girl Bitmoji. I got smashed in the head by a chair in school. I smashed a chair over this kid's head, and now
so they confessed.
Okay, they could, yeah.
I've been very open to you guys about things related to me. Y'all know where I'm from, things I like watching, stuff I'm allergic to. I mean, I talk to some of y'all every day on Discord. I had to plug it.
Hey, me too.
But it's important to the confession. On that Discord, I receive fan art sometimes. And when I say I appreciate the fan art, I truly do appreciate all of y'all dedicating even an hour, 30 minutes, 30 seconds of your time to draw me something.
True.
That means the world to me. But there is one issue with a vast majority of those drawings. One thing you guys don't seem to notice when looking at my PFP, something that might change the way you guys look at me forever.
Your hairline?
Probably not. And that is my hair is straight. I know. I don't have an afro or twist or dreads or curly hair at all. I'm like Cat Williams, but it's real. But Derek, I thought you were Dominican. I am Dominican. It's not that common, but sometimes, even if your parents are both naturally curly haired, that Spanish colonizer Christopher Columbus blood comes through and creates Dominicans like me. Racially ambiguous.
Me too, I guess.
I've been called everything in the book. Asian and black, Arab and black, Indian and black, Moroccan.
I get called Puerto Rican.
Exotic. I was hated and loved for it as a child. Older Dominican family members would glaze me, telling me I have the good hair. Yeah. They ain't received the same glaze, so you could imagine how they felt about me. This treatment I received all ties back to some Dominican history I'm not gonna get into now. Just know, we had a dictator back in the day that was more into white chocolate over chocolate. And he was influenced by Hitler, which led to Dominicans hating on themselves and each other, internalized racism, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point. Point is, my hair is straight, okay? It's straight. There are some advantages to this racial ambiguity, though. For example, when I'm walking around white neighborhoods hoodied up, and I sense an older white man threatened by my presence, you know, speed walking and stuff, I can simply take my hood off and leave my straight hair, you know, letting them know, hey, I'm one of you guys. Kinda. And easing some of the tension.
I ain't gonna lie, that's not working.
They keep smooth walking, browner skin and all. But hey, sometimes they slow down by a step or two. So yeah, it ain't all bad. I hope y'all still love me and accept me with this newfound information. I didn't want y'all to just keep drawing me with curly hair. I felt like I was living a lie. But yeah, thanks for the art. Comment down below the confession you thought was the craziest or the funniest. I will be doing a sequel eventually, so be on the lookout.
Yeah, this
for
was
an
dope.
outro
I like
or
this.
post on YouTube or IG on the Discord. Thank you to everyone who submitted a confession. I really do love you guys, even the deviants. Please seek professional help if you need it. Men and women, both of you, please. There is light at the end of the tunnel, I promise. And yeah, I love you guys. I hope y'all still love me. And moral of the story, I didn't subscribe to you.
I see.
Okay.
W confessions.
W confessions. I already knew it was gonna be wild though. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Anyways, man, if y'all liked the video, like it. You can't like the video, fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like the goddamn, like the goddamn. You got personal channels, subscribe to personal channels.
W personals, man. They in your face, they in the screen, bruh. So what's up to the personals, twin?
Hell yeah.
W.